9 things human body can't do. When it comes to humans and their physical capabilities, we tend to think that we are constantly pushing boundaries and achieving new feats. Certainly, gymnasts, bodybuilders, and dancers almost all show a certain control over their physical body that most of us cannot even think of exercising. However, our potential is capped by science. There are just some things that you just cannot do without your body, no matter how trivial they may seem or how silly. It's just science. Today, Bearded Ninja Top 10 brings you the 9 things that human body just can't do. Subscribe to Bearded Ninja right now, as this is something that your human body can do. Let's start with number 9. Number 9, pinky bend without the ring finger. All of the fingers on our hand are interconnected. They share flexor tendons that allow us to bend our fingers. This is why you can't bend your pinky without bending your ring finger. Try it. Lay your fingers flat on the surface and bend your pinky. Your ring finger will bend on its own as you try to bend your pinky. Number 8. Tongue tricks. Okay, we all have been through childhood and the tongue mocking phase. One thing we all figured out pretty early is that there was not much you could do when it comes to making shapes with your tongue. Rolling the tongue into a tube shape is insanely difficult and found to be an inherent trait rather than an acquired one. Number 7. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Have you ever seen somebody wiggling their ears? The trait was useful to ancestral creatures in the past, but over time, the need for it became redundant. There are 3 muscle groups that you need to be in control of to wiggle your ears. They are in front of, above, and behind your ears respectively. Good luck getting them all to work in cohesion. I can't even seem to feel mine unless I use my fingers to find those muscle groups. Can you wiggle your ears? Wait till you see the number 1 impossible thing humans can't do. You are special if you can do it. Number 6. The old-fashioned elbow lick. Okay, this one is quite common, but the only people who can lick their elbows are those who have been given an abnormally large tongue, along with an insanely short upper arm. The combination is hard to find. I know you are trying to do it right now, but for your sanity, it's not gonna work, so you might as well give up before you break your elbow. Number 5. Talk while inhaling air. You cannot talk while you're breathing in. Just try it. You will be able to produce sounds, but they would most likely resemble grunts, and it's impossible to produce discernible sounds while you're breathing in. So talking is out of the question. Chords are like a flute, and to talk, you need air passing between them to produce vibrations, which in turn produce sound. Since you can't control the vibrations when you are breathing in, you can't talk while you are breathing in. Number 4. Tickle torture. You can't tickle yourself. That is because the brain knows already where you're trying to touch your skin. Therefore, since you expect a touch at the specific part of the body, you would be hard-pressed to trick yourself into feeling a tickle. Neurologists claim that the cerebellum is the part of the brain that distinguishes expected sensations from unexpected ones. And that is what you should curse as you go about trying to tickle yourself while making sure no one sees what you're up to. Number 3. Touch your nose or chin with your tongue. Unless you have been blessed with what can be called a cow's tongue, you would not be able to touch the tip of your nose or your chin for that matter with your tongue. It might seem as if touching the tip of your nose is possible, but after a few seconds, or minutes if you are dedicated, you would realize that it's not going to happen. If you manage to succeed easily, that means you have a long tongue. If you can't do it, don't worry. Chances are no one you ever meet will be able to either. Number 2. Holding breath inside indefinitely. You can't pass out by forcing yourself to hold your breath in. It's not physically possible. Oxygen is vital for normal metabolic processes. When you run out of oxygen in your blood, your body will automatically force an appropriate response to get oxygen back into your system. This means that you can never suffocate yourself by holding your breath in. And lastly, number 1, rotate your arms quickly at the same speed. We are not symmetrical beings, which is probably why if you try rotating both of your arms at the same speed in the air, you would notice that one arm is either going faster or slower than the other one. Which means the imaginary circle it is circling in the air is larger or smaller than the circle the other arm is drawing. No matter how much you try having both the arms at the same pace, you would realize that it is not going to happen. This is also harder to do because one hand can be stronger than the other, which would mean adjusting its speed accordingly. These might not look like really important uses of our limbs, but the truth is, given what we have achieved flexibility and strength-wise, it seems that there is no way that the facts listed in this list can be true. Yet nature keeps on showing us our limitations in a very humble but persistent manner. You probably tried doing all the things in the list, so let us know if you managed to do any of these. You are probably 1 in a million at the very least. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe to Bearded Ninja Top 10 and press the bell icon to stay tuned. Hope you had fun trying these things out. See you in the next video.